Good news, 2021 is still safe. We're going to figure out how to stay good and stay positive in 2021. The new outlook and energy is going to be, screw 2020. We're leaving that in the past. We're looking forward, and we're going to be doing good things here on this channel and good things in life. 2 hours later.
I know your pain. I know you're hurt.
Why?
We had an election that was stolen from us.
Why weren't law enforcement agencies all across the region better prepared for an invasion?
You know why. What's up guys, Omni here. You know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted, I sleep. What news, topics, tweets, videos y'all want me to talk about tomorrow? Now guys, we're gonna jump right into it, okay? But as a disclaimer, I know I say I don't want to talk about politics and all that jazz, but yesterday's event was just so huge and monumental for the entire world. I think it transcends the concept of politics. So we're going to talk about it a little bit while trying to keep as much politics out of it as possible, okay? I'm not trying to start a fight here, and there's some other topics that we're going to talk about as well. Hopefully some of them that will lift our spirits and lift our moods, because I know a lot of us aren't feeling too good today. So without further ado, let's get right into it. He tweeted, we need a cat break. Where's your cat? Here he is. He was taking a nap. How are you doing, buddy? Everybody wanted to see you. Let me clean out your eyes. Everybody wanted to see you. This is Indy. For those of you who have never met him, he is my son. He's a good boy. He was outside sunbathing, like right next to the door, and he likes to hang out here. But yeah, a few seconds of my son, of my cat, of my boy. I love you so much. Usually sits on my lap every morning and kind of just chills, while I pet him and rub him until he falls asleep. So I'm gonna let him go. I love that guy so much. Demon tweeted, completely unrelated, but just want to take a second or two to appreciate how much your channel has been blowing up recently. You deserve it, man. Keep up the good work no matter how hard it gets. Thanks for making this terrible year, at least so far, a little less bad. Number 1, thank you so much. Number 2, and I probably say thank you too much, but I apologize. Obviously, right now, the channel is doing really well. There's a lot of you guys who are new to my channel who are just now watching me, and I'm going to be frank, I'm a little shy, I'm a little nervous, I'm so happy that you guys are tuning in. I don't want to let you guys down. I'm trying my best to kind of be, just be me and vibe with you guys. But I am nervous. I'm nervous you guys are going to start watching me, be like, all right, okay, I'm already tired of this dude. Get him out. He's just a trend. Get him out. I'm nervous. So I'm working really hard in the background to keep you guys entertained, to keep you guys, informed, and to kind of make you laugh and smile during these dark times, which looks like 2021 might be leading to something like that. I don't believe it. I think we're going to bounce back. I have hope. I have faith. But yeah, sorry, ramble. I just want to say thank you guys. The channel is blowing up, and I appreciate it. I'm glad that you guys are sharing the video, that you're liking the video, that you're watching the video. The support is overwhelming, and I feel very, very blessed. So I just want to say thank you. That's it. Okay. I'll stop saying thank you. All right. My boy Mighty Keith said, Gootecks failed all of us. For those of you guys who don't know, which I'm pretty sure all of you guys know, PogChamp was just deleted from Twitch. Okay, PogChamp is an emote, and it is the most popular emote on twitch.tv, and it got deleted last night because of a guy named Gootecks, who is the original face of PogChamp. Now, a little backstory, if you don't know who Gootecks is, or the guy or the face of PogChamp, he's basically one of the most popular FGC commentators and entertainers from back in the day. A lot of people looked up to him when he used to do YouTube videos with another guy named Mike Ross. They used to make a YouTube series called like The Excellent Adventures of Mike Ross and Gootecks or something like that, and it was absolutely brilliant. They ushered in a new age of FGC, mainly Street Fighter, and they brought in a lot of hype, a lot of commentary. These guys were the best. However, unfortunately, since then, it does seem like the both of them have been going through their own internal struggles. Mike Ross kind of like not basically wanting to come back and be in the public and be in the internet and be on the Twitter, and having a very hateful relationship with Twitch, and Gootecks kind of going through his own struggles as well, as you're about to find out. So as you guys can see here, Twitch made an announcement that said, we've made the decision to remove the PogChamp emote following statements from the face of the emote encouraging further violence after what took place in the Capitol today. Followed by, we want the sentiment and use of Pog to live on. Its meaning is much bigger than the person depicted or image itself, and it has a big place in Twitch culture. However, we can't in good conscience continue to enable the use of this image. We will work with the community to design a new emote for the most hype moments on Twitch. So guys, yeah, here's the original Gootecks. This is his Twitter. I'm going to scroll down, but apparently he's been posting some things that are very controversial, so I will edit any parts that have any kind of like images that or graphics that don't look good. Don't worry, I won't subject you guys to that. But basically, he's been posting some things about the whole Capitol, Hill thing that happened yesterday, and Let's just go. So he tweeted yesterday, will there be civil unrest for the woman who was executed inside of the Capitol today, or will the MAGA marcher die in vain? This video will be aired soon, ban.video and therisens.video, and it sounds pretty gruesome. P.S. Big Brother Twitter wouldn't let me post the URL, so if you don't think big tech censorships is real, there you go. Anyway, long story short, during the Capitol Hill invasion yesterday, there was a woman who was there who was shot, and she died. She was shot in the neck. And he ended up posting the clip of the actual video, like the actual raw footage of it. It's right above it. I'm not going to scroll to it. But yeah, that's the cause and that's the effect. Now, basically how I feel about it is like, yeah, what happened at the Capitol Hill was absolutely terrible. And to kind of support that kind of action, it kind of feels like you're kind of supporting the invasion of America in a sort of way. It's so bad that yes, Trump, we're going to get into this in a moment, by the way, but it's so bad that, you know, Trump got deleted from Twitter. Like, yeah, post on Twitter's deleted. So for him to kind of be echoing the same statements is obviously why a lot of people are disassociating themselves from this situation. So I have two thoughts. Okay, my number one thought is like Twitch was very fast to act on this. I mean, this is the fastest I've ever seen Twitch act on anything. There's been a lot more obvious apparent things that they should have been acting on, you know, much quicker, but you know what, whatever, they acted on this. I just thought the speed of this kind of recovery was kind of weird considering how delayed Twitch usually is. And number two, I genuinely feel a bit bad for Gootecks. Okay, if you guys don't know, I actually know Gootecks and have met Mike Ross several times at many evos. We've played Street Fighter together. We've hung out. We've had some drinks. These guys back in the day were some of my idols. They were really good people, especially Gootecks. And it just seems like over the years he's just been spiraling. I think he's been getting into like conspiracy theory things, and I'm not here to judge him based on his beliefs or anything like that, but it really does seem like Gootecks is kind of down bad recently, and I genuinely feel sorry for the guy. Somebody who was like the face of Twitch at one point in time is now being defaced from Twitch, and it sucks to see the spiral of a man in that kind of facet. So yeah, that's the situation in a nutshell. That's what's happening to Gootecks, and yeah, that's it. Frosty Swab tweeted, hey, Omni, was wondering, do you script your videos ever, or is it just off the cuff? You do a really good job if it is off the cuff. Yes, majority of my videos are off the cuff. What I normally do is in the beginning, well, these series, I just respond to you guys. There's no script at all. But for my late Omni series, I usually have like an outline. So I'll be like, hey, this is a point we need to talk about. Then I start rambling. Then this is a new point and I start rambling. Then this is a new point and I start rambling. I wouldn't have enough time to write an entire script every single time I make one of those videos, like write a book every single time. So yeah, majority of my stuff is just off the cuff, just off the top of my head, which is why sometimes I say some stupid things. So apologies in advance if I say something stupid in this video. So Icekins tweeted literally anything on January 6th, 2021, which was yesterday. All right, fellas, let's talk about what happened yesterday. Okay, basically yesterday was one of the biggest events in US history of all time. A Trump MAGA force planned a coup d'etat. Is that how you pronounce it? Coup d'etat on the Capitol Hill, and the planned attack that was, I guess, in planning for a very long time was actually successful. I know you guys know the details, but I'll just summarize it in a little bit, okay? The guys went in there, they basically invaded Capitol Hill. They got through the police force, they pushed their way through, they broke through the Capitol, they broke through windows, they went through the halls, they raised a Confederate flag in the Senate building. There were people sitting in Pelosi's desk. They were in the actual chambers taking selfies. It was absolutely crazy that all of these people were able to charge into Capitol Hill. If you guys are wondering how this happened, like how they physically get in there, well, there's several reasons for that. But one of those reasons is that the National Guard was not present, okay? When they were rioting, or when they were coming there to the Capitol Hill, there weren't people there dressed in, you know, army uniforms and guns there to keep people at bay. It was just the regular police force or whatever. So they were actually able to just charge in and just bully their way in. And then upon coming in, you know, that's when the alarm should have rang. You know, that's when, like in the movies, like that's when the snipers come out with the with the assault rifles, and then the snipers and like, you know, like that's what was supposed to happen. But apparently when the request to call out the National Guard to come, you know, protect everybody was made, it was denied. So they were asking for backup, and somebody was like,
Hey, y'all gonna have to deal with this yourselves.
Eventually, I think it took a little over an hour for the National Guard to actually come. I don't even think it was the National Guard. I think it was like the National Guard from other states had to come in and basically bring in reinforcements. And when they came in to stop the rioters and the terrorists from, invading the Capitol Hill, basically they escorted them nicely out of the building. There's a lot of scenes of you watching them, and they're, usually if you see like a Black Lives Movement or any of those kind of things, you see people getting shot, you see people in handcuffs, you're seeing like old men getting bopped in the head and then bleeding on the ground. You see a lot of, just violence. But in this case, it was a lot of just escorting. You can see police, like helping women down the steps, and you can see guys taking selfies with the actual National Guard and police. Like, they're taking selfies. Like, the people were there like, hey, what's up, bro? You guys made it. It's absolutely insane. Anyway, after this all happened and stuff, people were like big baby rage mad at Trump. And they're trying to invoke the 25th Amendment, which is basically to get Trump impeached out of the office. They're trying to get him out of here before he can leave. And a lot of you guys are probably thinking, why would they do that? He's about to leave anytime soon. Like Biden just last night won the electoral votes, so he's actually as of now with Congress, he's the president. He's going to become the president. It's official. However, people want to impeach him and invoke the 25th Amendment because they don't want him to actually be able to run for president in the future. And a lot of people just want this guy in jail. Like, a lot of people were saying this was treason. It's absolutely crazy. Now, the reason why a lot of people are blaming Trump is because, number one, a lot of people believe that Trump was inciting the violence in the first place. Basically, in a speech beforehand, he was kind of standing up there and was like, hey, we need to go up there, we need to be aggressive, we need to be strong, kind of implying like, hey, you need to go out there and get ready and stuff like that. But another reason why people were upset is because while this whole thing was happening, while people were breaching the Capitol Hill, he released a video. This video of him talking in this way, and I'm going to emulate it in the best way I can. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys like he was talking to you, talking to the terrorists.
Said, guys, relax. We need to be peaceful. It's okay. I love you. You're special. Go home. It's going to be okay.
Basically, instead of telling these dudes to get the hell out before I shoot you all, he was basically like, hey guys, hey, can y'all please get out? Can y'all please just leave? It's like, it's actually kind of backwards compared to a lot of movements where he would tweet things and say things like, when the looting starts, the shooting starts. Like, he was way more aggressive when it came to some of these topics where people were, basically robbing Target, and less aggressive when people were inside threatening democracy. By the way, this isn't me being biased so far, okay? This is just me stating the facts, okay? Just stating the facts. I ain't trying to push no agenda, just stating why people are angry, okay? Anyway, it became so bad that Twitter actually had to delete 3 of his tweets. One of the tweets was a video, and 2 of the tweets were other tweets that basically were either A, lies talking about election fraud, or B, inciting violence. And he got banned from speaking on Twitter for 12 hours. And if he does this again, if he makes another tweet that Twitter doesn't like, then he's going to be banned from Twitter. He got his video removed from YouTube. He got his video removed from Facebook. It's just, it's that bad. On top of this, guys, you have people left and right dropping like rats and resigning because people who are part of the current Trump administration, they don't want to be a part of this. They're just like, nope, I can't. They're resigning left and right. I think there was like 5 or 6 people so far that have resigned, and probably more incoming. And today, so far, I haven't seen anything new, but it looks like a lot of people are trying to get Trump out. And that's the situation in a nutshell. My thoughts is that this is absolutely insane. I thought 2020 was supposed to be a year where I thought 2020 was going to get its own history book. When you're in history class, there's going to be a book like this called 2020. And I didn't think anything could like stand it up. And then 2021 comes out, and then bam, hits us with something that has never happened since, I think it was like 1850 something. Okay. The last time that somebody was actually able to breach Capitol Hill was like 1850. I think it was the British. And in 2020, bro, a bunch of people, Trump supporters, MAGA hats, just crushed through and just said, hey, move out the way, bro. It's absolutely insane. So we're living through unprecedented times. There's a lot of anger and frustration in the air. The biggest surprise is the lack of aggressiveness with the police force. The police usually in these situations in a much calmer field. They destroy people, bro. They come out, they got the gear, they're playing Call of Duty, they knocking people out, they hitting, kids in the face, bah. You know, they're shooting old men in the leg. Bah, 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 bah. It's really bad. There's the whole police brutality thing that's been happening this year. And this specific event, which seems like, you know, probably the worst of events when someone's actually coming in to stop the Electoral College from doing the votes. I think at the end of the day, I think only 15 people got arrested and everybody else just got safely escorted out of Capitol Hill. Come on, it was like a tour. It was like, all right, guys, Capitol Hill's closed. Tour's over. Can you guys all please move? It's wild. To me, it does feel like Trump incited a lot of this. Not only did his past actions kind of lead to this, where he was kind of talking about this kind of thing and talking about how we need to stop this election fraud. Even if there, you know, if he did think there was election fraud, the way that he was going about it almost seemed like violent and aggressive in nature. And then when, you know, someone needed to step up and have defenses, you know, like this thing was planned. People knew. People were getting ready for this huge protest. There wasn't any defense. So you just got to keep asking yourself, like, why? Like, people were ready, you know, in army uniforms to stop, you know, peaceful Black Lives Matter protests. But here, nobody was there in uniform. And when they needed them, no one came. It's just, I don't understand. I think I understand, but I'm not going to make any conclusions. I'll let you guys draw your conclusions. I just think it's absolutely terrible what happened. And yeah, I think a lot of people are trying to say, you know, like, hey, this isn't America. This isn't what America's about. And I think the truth of the matter is, and I'm sorry, I'm getting a little political, but let me just speak my facts, okay? If it's okay if you disagree with me, I'm not trying to push you away if you disagree with me, but let me just speak my truth, okay? In a respectful and respectful way, okay? I think that this is America, okay? What you see is what you get. Okay, we can't act like, hey, this isn't us. You know, no, it is us. And if you love America, if you want to be a part of America, if you love this nation, I don't want to leave and go to Canada. I'm not trying to leave. I do have pride in living in America. And to, you know, have pride and to love your nation is to also not act like things aren't another way. We can't pretend that America isn't something that it's not. We have to accept for the fact that, hey, things are kind of screwed up now and things need to be fixed in a lot of facets. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. I feel like what's been happening for the past 2, 3, 4 years, it's not some facade. It's not some illusion. It is what it is. Don't look away from it. This is America. We have a lot of work to do to repair and rebuild what's been going down. So yeah, that's my take. That's basically what's been happening. I hope I didn't offend any of you guys, okay? I'm not here to do that. I'm not here to split sides, Republicans, Democrats. I ain't doing that. And yes, that's the subject. Hopefully I covered that okay. I'm not gonna lie. I feel kind of exhausted just talking about it. It's just, I feel like a lot of us are drained from what happened yesterday, and I'm going to read out a few more tweets. There's still some big things that have happened, and hopefully it would cheer you up. Some big things that happened. Let's go see what everyone else is talking about. So C-Man the boy tweeted, since you've been talking about Nintendo related news recently, did you hear about how Microsoft tried to buy Nintendo in 2000? It's pretty funny and interesting. Have a good day. So yes, I did hear about this. And, here's an article from IGN that's titled, before the original Xbox, Microsoft looked into buying EA, Square, Midway, and Nintendo. Oh my God, can you guys imagine if Microsoft was able to acquire EA, Square, and Nintendo? And apparently they just laughed their asses off. Now, okay, I don't feel like reading this entire article. Okay, I'm just not in the mood. I hope you guys understand, but I'm gonna just look for something juicy and tell you guys that. Here we go. The conversation says, Steve made us meet with Nintendo to see if they could consider being acquired, explains the director of the third-party relationships, Kevin Bacchus. They just laughed their asses off. Like, imagine an hour of somebody just laughing at you. That was kind of how the meeting went. It seems the teams met more than once, with McBreen adding, we actually had Nintendo in our building in January 2000 to work through the details of a joint venture where we gave them all the technical specs of the Xbox. The pitch was their hardware stunk, and compared to Sony PlayStation, it did. So the idea was, listen, you're much better at the game portions of it with Mario and all that stuff. Why don't you let us take care of the hardware? But it didn't work out. That's absolutely insane. Okay, I think at the time Xbox was out, what was the system out for Nintendo? Was it Nintendo 64? Was it GameCube? I think it was probably GameCube at the same time as Xbox. I can't be certain, but I think for the longest time, Nintendo has basically been the biggest competitor when it comes to, you know, the game, you know, war, the system war. I do. There was a time where they fell down. I think it's when they made I want to say the Wii U is when they did a major drop. And I do know that when the, PlayStation 2 came out, Sony was, the PlayStation 2 was fire. Anyway, yeah, I'm glad Microsoft didn't acquire Nintendo. I mean, as much as you guys might hate Nintendo, I would hate Microsoft to have acquired Nintendo a long time ago, because that's just more of a monopoly, okay? We need more separation of companies. We need not Microsoft owning everything in the world, or not having Amazon or Google owning everything in the world, okay? We need many multi-billion-dollar companies that are not owning everything, so that we can have better quality and better products. But that's economy and that's economics. We'll go into it later. But yeah, hilarious. Hadrian said, talk about what you would like to branch out to, if anything at all. Perhaps a podcast? 5 question marks, please. Love the vids, bro. Hey, thanks, man. To be honest, I'm not thinking about branching out at all right now. Right now, I'm just trying to deliver daily content for you guys, quality content. My goal is to keep, increasing the quality of the content while maintaining the consistency. That's the only thing that's on my mind right now. And a lot of people have been asking for a podcast. I do think that would be freaking awesome. I honestly don't know where to start. I don't know if it goes on Spotify. I don't know if it goes on YouTube. I don't know how we talk about it. I feel like we kind of already do kind of like a little baby podcast right now kind of thing, but I don't know how to get into it. But it's something that I do want to explore eventually, because I love the idea of podcasts, but I need help kind of trying to figure out how to set it up. So yes, in the future. Right now, though, we're just trying to hit 1 milli before the end of the year. All right, guys, I'm gonna cut it there, okay? Because I don't want the video to drag out that long. But I just want to say, if you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it, okay? I don't want to invite a lot of politics on this channel, okay? I'm not here to push agendas. I'm not here I'm just not here to talk about it, okay? It creates too much of a divide. And it's not something that's going to be a common occurrence. It just so happens that yesterday was absolutely crazy, and obviously everyone wants to know, I guess, how I feel about it. Again, I'm not trying to tell you guys what to do or how to feel. I'm just telling you how I feel. But yeah, I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to go into agenda. This ain't going to be a politics. Politics will be out. But it's crazy because I feel like every time I talk about, I don't want to talk about politics, when something crazy happens in the world that is driven by politics. I feel like it's more like a human thing. Like, this is a human element thing, that you're in the world. If you're a part of America, then it's not even politics, but it's politics driven. But whatever, I'm doing it again. All right, I'm out. I'll see you guys later. If you made it this far in the video, do me a favor, leave a like. It means the world to me. It always just lets me know that you guys made it to the end of the video, and it lets me know that I did all right and I did decent one with this one, okay? That's what my like bar represents. And if you guys haven't already, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1 million by the end of the year. That's the goal. But to be honest, I mean, if we can hit it sooner, that would be cool. So if you guys like my content and you want to, help with the movement, I would really appreciate it if you guys share me with your friends and your family and your dog. Let them know, like, hey, there's this dude named Omni. He makes content. Sometimes he makes me laugh. Sometimes he tells me things that are important. That'd be helpful. But those of you guys who are supporting me, I'm getting a lot right now, and I just want to say thank you. All right, I'm rambling. I'm sorry. Video's gonna be much longer because I'm doing that. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day. Okay, stay safe and stay hydrated. All right, and in these streets right now, man, just 2021, I still believe in it, okay? I believe in 2021. I know things look bad right now, but I'm gonna have hope. I'm gonna have faith. I hope I'm not jinxing anything. I'm rambling. I'm out. See ya.